I'm Amelie and welcome once again to my channel. Today, I'm going to be watching episodes 9 and 10 of Dao Zu Shi, or the founder of diabolism. Now I forgot what the actual translation was. Although I think there are two versions of the name. I have seen it like the founder of diabolism, and I also seen it as the grandmaster of demonic cultivation. I think that one, the second one, is the novel. I think that's the title that the novel has, and I think the founder of diabolism is the one, at least the translation of the title according to YouTube. But the title is the same, so I'm guessing it's just two versions of the same title. So, in the last episode, we enter the part of the story that concerns, like, the before time of the one-shot campaign. So what led to the Sunshot. The one-shot campaign sounds like the combination of something else. The Sunshot campaign. And I think we stop in the moment that they were all trapped in the cave. And I think I commented how fast I thought things were developing, but somebody in the comments made me aware or reminded me of the fact that in this version we don't actually have the Yin Iron story, which I think in the live action or at least took a few episodes before we actually got into the actual conflict with the Wens when they took all of the disciples from all of the sects as hostage. So I don't know. I am excited so far. I'm really enjoying. I think I say this in every episode. I enjoy this for very different reasons that I enjoy the Untamed. I really like the action sequence. I really like, how they build the world, how they create this fantasy world that I think is very interesting, that it feels a lot more fantastical than the one in the Untamed felt, which I think is interesting. And I don't know, they definitely show a very different perspective on the characters, especially when it comes to, well, on the one hand, we have like Shang Cheng, and although it has to do with him, definitely he's very different in this version than in the live action. I think it's because it's closer to the one in the novel, but it's also true that in this show there is less time for development of the characters, so I think that can also explain why it's a character that we have only seen for a small while, and only all of the things that we have seen so far from him, it hasn't been a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, by this stage in the Untamed, we have been seeing Shang Cheng a lot. We have been seeing all of the characters a lot, so we understood them a lot better. In this one, I feel like the understanding is more superficial. So I think that's why, as well as the fact that it's different from the one that we have in the Untamed, like the characterization is different. Also, the timing that we have to get to know the characters is also a little bit different. But also the relationship between Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian is very interesting in this one. Because one thing about the Untamed was, and I think I mentioned this before, the fact that everybody, like, they created, or at least they keep bringing up this enmity between Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian. Like, there was this, rivalry or this tension between them. Like, they were enemies, they weren't friends. And I find that very strange because I never got that from the show. Not for a moment. Like, at the only moment that there was like a spark of, issues between them was during the Sunshot campaign when Wei Wuxian came back. After burial mounts, but other than that, I felt, and obviously at the beginning the relationship was more antagonistic, but the rest of the time I always felt like they were more or less friends. And there's something that there is a scene in the Untamed that a lot of people really love, and that I found strange. But I think it's a scene that is only in the Untamed, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave it for when we actually see this version of this scene, but it's related to that. It's related to the fact that I always felt that they were always friends. I never felt that there was any antagonism between them. I feel like in this case, there is. There is something going, Wei Wuxian is a little gremlin who is annoying as shit. Lan Wangji has zero patience for it. So this relationship, I understand a lot better in the context of them having an antagonistic relationship. So I find that interesting. Although I really like the relationship for them in the Untamed. I feel, I have to assume that this relationship is a lot closer to the one from the novel. Now I understand why everybody kept bringing out the fact that supposedly they didn't get along when, where, no. But that's just my impression. Anything else that I remember? I think not. I think we can move straight to the episode. I had a cold that I actually still a little bit not great. This is why this is coming out late, because my throat has not been cooperating with me. Every time that the weather changes, I get colds. I don't know what it is, but if my if my voice breaks during this, or if I start coughing, sorry about that. It might happen. Although I'm a lot better now. But it might happen. Okay, so let's just go to episode 9 right now.